In this video, I'm going to show you how TallyFlow IoT can be utilized to read barcodes and validate GS1 RFID tags as they are received into a warehouse. This could also be used for other GS1 validation or integrations with ERP or MRP solutions. But in this case, what we're going to do is receive some garments that come in boxes. On the outside of the boxes, we have a PO number and a box number. And then within our database, we're going to match up that PO number and box number with the quantity of items that are expected and the quantity that are found. In this particular case, I'm going to be using some test data that shows an overage and a shortage, so you can see how those error conditions look and are handled. The box can be auto-completed after a timeout, and the timeout is also used to determine shortage conditions. Obviously, overages are something that occurs when you have more than the expected quantity, and so there's no timeout required for that. So I'm going to go ahead and start by scanning the barcodes. There's a purchase order number and a box number, and we see the RFID process using the test data is going into the TallyFlow IoT system and then through an API into the application here. In about 1 minute, we will get to the timeout, and we can see that overage. And in the last case, there's a shortage, so that remains as an in process while it's looking for tags. And shortly here, we will see that shortage. You can see the status at the bottom here that it's reading the RFID tags. And if you set the timeout to 0, you don't need to look for shortages. Then you can just complete the box and move on to the next one. So you see that the shortage has been detected, the overage has been detected, and that status line is showing there at the bottom. Now these are the G10 values or UPC codes, and then you can see the individual RFID EPCs as required, and then you can manage the box based on your processes. You can reset and try again, or you can complete the box and have that recorded to the database or an integration with your ERP system. In the previous example, what we saw were tags that were generated by a simulation process, just selecting those tags at random, so it was slow but easy to follow along with. Now we're going to read the tags actually from a reader, and so you'll see that occur here, and I've shortened the timeout to just 5 seconds. So you were able to see how quickly an actual RFID reader was able to read those tags. Now I've adjusted the quantities that are expected of each G10 in the box to match the expected and what tags that we have available here. So at the end of the timeout, what you will see is an automatic complete box since the information is correct. Let's read the barcodes. If you'd like to learn more about our TallyFlow IoT solution and how it can work for your retail or other environment, please contact us at info@sdgsystems.com, or you can find us online at sdgsystems.com/TallyFlow.